Yo, we are back with another episode of the No Holder Podcast Uncut. This is gonna be the greatest episode ever because we got a lot to talk about. A lot to talk about. And right now, I am your host. Me and CJ here. We the greatest. I don't like this time thing right here that's going on. It's like it's gonna stop. Anyway, y'all don't know if I'm talking about my timer here on this recording program. But first of all, let's go ahead and get this out the way so we can get to everything else. If you are not signed up yet with my sponsor, SeatGeek, go ahead and sign up. It's easy to do. You can find your tickets right on the website, and you see the seat. You see where you're gonna see that. Red is good. No, red is bad. My favorite color is red though, but red is bad. Green is good. They give you green. That's a good seat. You see it, and you will be able to buy it right there out the app, and you can use my code Third Coast Gaming, just like you see on the YouTube, for $20 off your first order. And that's if you first sign up. You gotta have your first sign up. So you gotta sign up first, and then you get the free. If you already have it, the SeatGeek app, I don't believe the code works, but you can try. But I'm pretty sure it's for new customers. But anyway, so out of that, um, that's where they shot the SeatGeek and everything. And man, CJ, it was a crazy night. we at the
Yeah.
we at the game. I know you got a lot to say about the game, huh? Or a little bit. We'll get to
We'll keep it football related.
yeah, but football, everything. That's what I can say. This Cowboys signed Trey Lance, and my theory on this, everybody's saying, well, he wasn't that good. He was a bust. Everybody, the 49ers, traded out just to get him. He didn't really get a chance to play though. He got hurt, and he couldn't really do much. Now, what does it mean for him? Because you know everybody was all high on Cooper Rush, and I'm not. I wasn't high on him. I don't think he's that good. But just say Dak gets hurt again. Hopefully, don't. You can put in a guy like Trey Lance and see what he does. He's got the mobility and stuff, skill set of Dak Prescott. Kind of, he's a bigger guy. Um, and I feel like it's a pretty. I don't think it's that, but maybe he'd be used in a way where maybe he can get on the field, like how they used to use Michael Vick when he came to the Eagles, and as a wildcat package or something like that. You know, I think it's something like that. It could be good, it could be bad, but I just feel like they probably was gonna cut some quarterbacks that they didn't like. The dude Greer or whoever that guy was, he kind of sucked. And I pretty don't think I think they're like, hey, Cooper Rush is dead. He's here, but I don't know. I think he's like an insurance policy, just in case the season go haywire again. But you gotta hand it to Cooper. He did hand them out. But anyway, so Cooper, Trey Lance right through the team. I'll be using him on Madden. I'll probably sub him out for Dak sometime and play with him. But yeah, I don't know. You probably like. You think that's good? Pick up.
I like I like the pickup in this regard because it gives you another, because this goes back to what people were saying about backup quarterbacks. I believe like when Dak, when Dallas was getting critical. See, this is the thing right here. You don't see a lot of other teams get criticized for their backup quarterbacks, but Dallas, they're everybody looks at them through a microscope. They're America's team,
Yeah.
so anything that the Cowboys do is gonna get looked at through
Mhm.
because they're just in the spotlight. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
So you come with better quarterback play with Cooper Rush. You know what I'm saying? That's why it made headline after headline after headline. And who did Cooper Rush lose? Oh, he just lost to the team that was probably the
Eagles.
best in the conference, was the Philadelphia Eagles. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Those
And
are.
he didn't throw it. He didn't throw an interception to. He faced the Philadelphia Eagles, who were undefeated. It's just all that. It's just all that kind of stuff. But I like it because, well, well, if Trey Lance really gets a chance to play even more, we're gonna really get to see what he does.
Yeah, he's easy to
But
get to play.
it just surprised me that he went to that. You know, I didn't process.
Yeah,
What
out
did
of
Dallas
nowhere.
trades for? But I knew San Francisco was going to get rid of him just because they saw what Purdy can do, and it was like, man, we might as well just get some for Trey Lance. I mean, he was like the third pick we traded up to get him.
Yeah, took everything.
And you probably ain't gonna get equal value back for him anyway. So you might as well just see what you can get for him. But did it cost San Francisco? I was processing this actually yesterday.
Yeah.
Did it cost San Francisco? Doesn't look like it because they're gonna be right there again as a favorite to win the NFC.
Brock Purdy was in the preseason game throwing dots again. I think he's looking pretty good. I wasn't sold on him until I was like, nah, I wanted to be like Dallas actually made him look kind of like a regular. If Dak didn't throw a few picks, they could have beat him. Mm-hmm. But he looked like he's all right. So I guess San Francisco like him. We'll see what happens with that. Trey Lance back to the Cowboys. He's number 5. I wonder if can he switch. And then we got a punter that's number 5. I wonder if he got to switch numbers. But other than that, man, let's get into some things here. First, I gotta get another update. I told y'all last week that about the conclusion of the stories of the road, the travel stories, right? I told you the conclusion of, but apparently it's not over yet, y'all. It's not over. I know you're like, what? How is it not over? You ain't on the road no more. Well, it's not over because I knew this because I showed her and her girl number 1. I called her Cynthia, that's her name. And her mom, I told them about my channel. So I showed them my YouTube channel, and for some reason, she must have been listening to the podcast because apparently, as I told y'all, she just randomly requested me $20. This has been almost a year now. Guess who sent me a random Cash App request? Yes, that's right, girl number 1. $20. She sent me a $20 request. Of course, I didn't send it. And then, you know what? I was like, you know what? I want to see where the hell she been. So I don't got her number. So this is something I know I heard dudes do this. I'm telling y'all, I'm not doing this to everybody. So don't be asking me to be random requesting me. Let's say if the girl mad you or something. You got the note thing in the Cash App. So send $1, and the note is kind of like a text. So it's kind of like you paying $1 to text them. So you send that $1 with the note. So that time I sent the $1, I was like, let me see if she gonna write. I say something. I sent $1 to her. You know what she did? She randomly, she just saying about a few hours later, some later on the day, she sent me a $3 request. Just $3 for something she needed. She needed $3 for something. I'm pretty sure she needed some smoked cigarettes, some guards or something, because she liked to smoke. So, but I never sent it. And I was like, well, she know how to contact me. She blocked me on Facebook or something, or she deleted her page or something. Have you ever seen her on Facebook? You ain't seen her, man?
I don't think so.
Yeah, she ain't hit you up.
No, she ain't hit me up in some months.
Well, like this, but that's for some reason she listens. So she probably listened to this episode. I don't know if you reach out to me, I'm not gonna help you get to your dream. I mean, I can help you. I can help you do a pod, start a pod. I can help you start a business. I can help you do something like that. But just reach out to me and see what the hell's going on. I mean, because you just randomly requested this out of nowhere, so you listen to the show.
Reach out and touch.
Yeah, reach out and touch. So I don't know what's going on with her. She was cool when we were on the show, but yeah, like I said, back on the road and everything. But I don't have no hard feelings against it. It's just what happened, you know. But anyway, so I shout out to one of my subs is writing me. Hey. I gotta but while we on the subject of random stuff, I got to address something else. So apparently yesterday people, like I say we talk about our stuff, and somebody else was listening. And so there was 2 women that were listening to the podcast, and well, CJ, they know CJ well, so they heard the stuff we said, and one of them said to the lines of, oh, why you talking about me? Something like that. Because I remember I told y'all about one of the girls. And another one was like, no, I don't look like her. She look like me or something like that. So I want to address something there. First of all, let me just say this. First of all, it's going to be, I know, like I say, I don't never pre-screen or pre-say, CJ, that's what I'm going to say before the podcast done. Yes, but I was always a nice person. Anytime I say something about Wiz, I always nice. But I'm not a nice guy really like that no more. So I could be like, hey, I don't give a damn. Which is blah 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 blah. But I'm not gonna just go like that. I say what I say because I was saying something nice about him. Because when I said Angela, I said I liked her when she did before. Because I liked her before too. I like her now, but I liked her before too. So she probably maybe she didn't like herself before, but then you be like, wow. So somebody liked me before when maybe when I didn't think I was at my best. He liked me still. Yeah. So that's all I was saying. Like you then, like you now. Now, like I said, if you're bad about it, blah blah blah. I don't know, it's my show. I will say everything I want to say. Now to Lisa, not to Lisa. Shout out to Lisa. Tell to Lisa to call me, CJ. But Tish. She said, I said that she looked like Juanita. And I heard she said what she said she looked like her. She don't like Juanita. You know what, sis, you all right. You don't look like Juanita. You look better than Juanita. See how I did that, CJ? See how I did that? Make sure she hears this, CJ. You look better than Juanita. 10 times better than her. If I'll put you on one side and Juanita on one side and they said pick one, I'm picking you every time. I'm picking her every time, y'all. So yeah, make sure you hear that. Shout out to Tish. I seen her take a picture with her son. I think they had a good game. I think they won. I love Tish. I don't know. She don't know me, but I love Tish. Yes. I still like Juanita, but she's still I don't know. I won't say it. It's about some buddy. But anyway, here we go. I got one more thing to say. I'm trying to get through the stuff because we got a lot to say about the game. So this next thing I want to say is about. I'm looking at my notes here. I don't know. I know y'all like. I don't really put I put the topics that I want to say. Oh yeah, this is what we had to start about. So apparently, Tyler Lee had a redneck night last week. And I was sent this to by one of the parents that I know. And they was like, well, the team doesn't like, they didn't let the team run out the school. Remember the team used to run out the little turkey doll? JT? For some reason, they said the school or to somebody, they said it was offensive. They didn't blah, blah. But she sent me this and it says redneck night. They had a redneck night last week at a basketball game, and it was just a bunch of white people because there's no black rednecks, and they was just dressed like, I guess you would say, rednecks. So she was like, "Isn't this offensive and racist, kind of?" Well, the term redneck, from our understanding, because we from the South, the term redneck is kind of a Southern term because white people, when they get sunburned, their necks turn red, right? And that's what they call it. But most of it is because of redneck Southern guy drink the beer, maybe Stone Cold Steve Austin type guy, or something like that. Jeff Foxworthy had a joke about you might be a redneck. He's like, hey, he's like, what'd he say? It had to be a redneck too there was a dude who made a shark suit. He's like, but the only way to test the shark suit is to test it out, and you got to get bit by a shark, right? So he like, you know what? I wonder how that conversation went with him and his friend. And he was like, "Hey boy, hey Tom, got that shark suit on? Yeah, looks good. All right, what I want you to do here? Get in the water, and I'm gonna let the sharks bite you, and you tell me if it hurt." And that's so shut up. So then my thought, I don't know. I've never heard. I was at Chopper Hill. We never had a redneck night, a white neck night, a nigga night, nothing. That's something I've never heard, and I can see how it is offensive to people who Caucasian white people could be like, what a redneck? Because white people, though, you don't call them. So you call them white dude a redneck, sometimes they get offended. Like we call it might call us a nigga. That's the same kind of thing. Kinda that's what I've took it to for the years. It might have been a lie. So, that is kind of interesting that the school did that and they didn't let the team ride with the Chucky dog. The Chucky dog had nothing to do with nothing. It was just a dog. I don't know. I remember college teams was doing. I remember college teams run out with it. They run out with all kind of stuff. So I don't know why they didn't let them do that. It's a lot of but we know league legacy is and the big rivalry coming up next week. So we all know. But legacy gets a lot of leeway on things. Yeah. That was something that was I don't know. Y'all let the thoughts what y'all think, and we will have to investigate this some more. But I feel like they try to keep Tyler High like isolate to like okay they can do a few they can do this but we don't want to do too much of this. But I really know I just feel like they try to keep them down there just to make sure they don't get out of hand or something. But it seems like Lee's the ones always having problems. The first day of school heard like a bum threat or something like that, a gun threat or something like. Seems like Lee Legacy the school after that a lot of problems. But like I said, that was something that was posted was said to me. And first I'll go ahead and mention it since I'm talking about that. Shout out to one of the friends, they sent me the roster of all the kids, so now I know all their names. So we all know the names and everything, and so there's no reason to get it wrong. So with that being said, one more thing I want to talk about before we get to the game, and I'm gonna get to something else before we get into the game. I'll get into something else, but the passing of Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt, but just specifically Terry Funk because I got a story. I want to tell you, I've never told CJ exactly how the story went because I was like, wow. Me and my cousin used to get on the internet and just get on the internet and find stuff. We found all kind of crap just on the internet. Just get on the internet. I was going to college at TJC. It was right across the street. He stayed right across the street. And sometimes we just get on the internet, just find stuff and just blah, blah, blah. So for somehow, we ended up getting all these wrestlers' numbers. Old wrestlers. Tito Santana, Kamala, I think Greg Valentine. What's the other guy? Tito Santana, Greg Valentine. I think Rick the Model Martel. I think something like that. Guys like that. Even Rick Rude. I might have been on there. But it was so we got the number. We just started prank calling. Now my cousin had the accent. He could talk like the Rock, like real good. So and this is around the Rock was real hot. And Terry Funk had just got off of Raw like maybe a month or two ago from that stint. I think he had that around that time when the Undertaker and Mankind had that match. And remember Terry Funk came out to try to help him out. I think it was around that time. Mm-hmm. So he was on Raw for a little bit.
They was using chairs back then. So
yeah, they were using chairs. Yeah, they were using chairs. So we just go there. We just started calling. We call Kamala. Kamala, this is a black dude. Answer the phone, nigga. He like who this guy? Kind of like who it is, blah, 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 something like that. But my cousin was like, he was on talking right, like, hey, it's the Rock. We need to come back to Raw. And he would say, like, man, I don't know what you're talking about or something. So we called we called Tito Santana. Somebody Mexican. We thought it was Tito. I don't know if he couldn't speak English. And we was talking about the Rock. He was talking to her like, no, speak English. No. And we like, yeah, we need you to come back to Raw. No. And then we called Terry Funk. And we had a phone like, damn. We said, there's no way he answered the phone. We called the phone. Who answered the phone? Terry Funk answered the phone. Now, Jim Cornette, if you listen to Jim Cornette, he talks like he gets that accent, like the way Terry Funk talks. He can talk like him, like exactly right. So it's like a kind of a softer voice, like corny. I don't know. So he that voice. So he was like, hello, and my cousin got the Rock voice. Hey, Terry, it's the Rock. He like, hey, so like, yeah, we need you to what you gonna do? We need you to come back to Raw, He started talking to him. He's having a conversation like, man. Now he seemed like he was woke, like he might have been asleep or he might have been drunk or something. Seemed like we woke him out of sleep or something. He just didn't seem like he was in his mind. He like, man, no, man, I don't know, man. Like, come on, Raw. Yeah, we just talk. We trying to convince this dude to come back to Raw as acting like the Rock. I mean, tell you, my cousin had the Rock voice down packed. And so we started talking to him. And he's like, man, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, no, man, I can't do it no more. And it's something like, something like that. He ended up hanging up on him. When something he ended up hanging up finally. We hung up on him. He's like, well, we'll hit you back. We're going to tell you something. Vince told me to call you, blah, blah, blah. And that's the last time. We never called him back. But that was just funny to me, man. I always remember that because I was like, he was a big star in Raw. And we actually called him. A lot of people can't say we prank called a legend like that. But now we get into some real things, some football. And first off, I want to do a segment here because I want some of the parents to start doing this. If you want to get the next one on your kid, to spotlight what your kids do, what they on the field. We can talk about the field, just anything. Hit me up, hit CJ up. So we'll do a spotlight here. And it was going to be we're going to highlight some of these kids that are on the field. So who could be next week? It could be anybody. Y'all can we can pick. Like I'm gonna start looking at players and like the highlight player of the week. It's every so this week is for sure we're gonna spotlight and hopefully we should be able to get him on the show the actual interview because he has a lot of good stuff going on. Marnie Spencer Hood, who was the number 12, who was the cornerback last night. He was all over the field. He was a player like defensively. He made the big stops. He made the big hits. And I wanted to go ahead and just showcase and say to him that he's the spotlight of the week. We gonna recognize him. And plus we find out he does a lot of stuff, y'all. He got his own business. He's an actor. He does a lot of stuff. He's in a movie now. I know he's in the movie Love and Drugs 3. He's in Love and Drugs 2. Poison Candy. So remember Corey Expey. I know him. I didn't know. That's now.
Fellow Pisces, by the way.
Oh yeah. He's a Pisces. Oh yeah. So we all Pisces. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
He's in that movie. So and that is that's pretty interesting. So I haven't seen him yet. So I'm gonna go back and start watching these movies now that he's in because very talented. Cause you can see he does it. Like I say, he got a business, clothing business. His mom has really got him doing everything. She really has him in a lot of stuff. And that's good because instead of having these kids out here out on the streets doing other stuff, they doing things productive with their time. And we want to recognize him. Money Spencer, I told CJ, watch for him. He was number 4 last year as a cornerback. This year he's number 12. So I had to make that up because I thought number 4 was the running back. Yeah. So last night he was balling. That one messed up. He messed up. The dude caught the ball. I mean, that was just one of them lifetime play. He caught that ball, and I couldn't believe he caught it either. And he was real mad about it. But he stepped up, and he still did his thing. So, Money Spencer Hood, we wanted to shout him out. And his mom, she was the one that sent me all the players' names and stuff, too. So, I know everybody's name and everything. And shout out to him. So, yes, let's get into this game, man. This was a crazy game. I wanted this game to be quicker than they went all the way to 11 o'clock almost. I'm like, dang, I had to leave. I had to go overnight. So I'm like, dang. I thought I'm gonna have like at least 2 hours at least to chill before I leave out tonight. But now I only had like a few minutes, maybe 30 minutes. Because this game started out for the first part, JT, they was expected to lose this game. From last year, Marsh had their way with them. And at the time, this seemed like the team just gave up and didn't care. All season seemed like that. They just, whatever. We do this, we win, we don't. But this team showed that they can score, they not going to give up. They fought all the way through the end. Marshall really was not moving the ball. They was moving the ball, but seemed like most of the scores they got was off of just one mistake that somebody made, something that could have been stopped. It wasn't like they were just dominating. Like Marshall really couldn't run the ball until they put in number 40. This dude like a grown man back there. I don't know. He might have been 40 years old the way he was running over dudes.
Running back at 40.
Yeah. But yeah,
they came back in the 30s.
Oh yeah, he was way. But yeah, he was there.
Another reason why the Raiders, they was trying to be careful what to give what they gave Josh Jacobs. That's why they signed him to 1 year.
These running backs are getting screwed in, and then Jonathan Taylor wants to trade and everything. That's why I thought Dallas was gonna go instead of Trey Lance. But the game started off. We got Nick Collins. Now I remember I have somebody I used to friends with. He was at church and everything together. I believe his name was Nick. I wonder if it's his son. Let me know if Nick Collins' dad is the same as his name. I think his name is Collins. If y'all know him, let me if his son, the dad's name is the same name as the son. Like they got the same name. Cause I remember Nick, and so he started off the game. And number 4, what's his name?
Michael Cooper.
Michael Cooper. Yeah, I got the thing. I feel like scrolling through. Cooper, he made the big run. I think Cooper's gonna be the big running back. I don't know what happened after that because he didn't come in the game no more. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, Collins was out of the game for a while, and then here come Granberry. He is the shortest guy on the field, but he can throw dots. This dude is the best passer, and I heard they said on the phone. This dude is the better passer of the two, and he was throwing dots for thoughts is what I call them. And I play Madden. I call them dots for thoughts. Just listen something I say.
They were throwing dots in the crowd.
Yeah, he's a good thrower. He's a short guy. Jeremy, remember little Jeremy? He's about that size. Little Jeremy, he was little, but he was big. He was big inside, big in heart. Mm-hmm. So yeah, this Granberry guy is he's a good passer, but he's just so short. But I think they can survive with him at quarterback, man. Because I mean, you don't want no big 6'5" linebacker come with the hands up and you can't throw over his head or something. He's batting the ball down. That's the only thing I could say that might be troubling. But yeah, he came in, rolled out, throw a dot to Martin, who was the photographer guy, Martin's son. Mm-hmm. What's his name? Mark Martin. Yeah. Mark Martin,
Marquette Martin's son, the one that caught the touchdown.
Yeah, perfect, great pass. Mark Martin, y'all remember Mark Martin? Used to be Archie, we had the little scan about a picture or something. I don't know what do we even have a fight about. It was using some footage or something, photographers and everything. We all cool. Shout out to Mark. I didn't see him on the sideline. So would you get mad, CJ, if I use your footage just out of nowhere? I just made a video and started using your footage for some.
Well, I mean, a lot of things are the principle. That's why we have to be careful in media and everything. Yeah. But I mean, we're in the same circle, so it ain't a big deal,
Just somebody, just random person, like.
But somebody from the outside, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm not a photographer. I'm gonna be a photographer because I feel like all the women love cameras. I know that. So I'm gonna buy me a camera and become a photographer too, at some point, y'all. So that's another thing that's gonna be in my expertise. But he came in there, he threw that dot. It's 14-0. We like, oh, it's finna be a blowout. Then all of a sudden, it came, fumble here. Then the guy was stopped. The game, the Marshall kept it close. They didn't let the game get out of hand. They get there now, they score, make it 14-7. Score again. They make it 14-14, I believe. It was 21-7 almost at halftime, was it? And then they came back 14, tied it up, and then the referee tripped at some point in the game around that time, which is really funny. I gotta go back and see if I can find that footage because he was going and he was like backpedaling and he just flew back and fell. And Yeah. it was funny as hell. Okay, so the referee he fell, and now the game started. It's just the same. Just the line they finna give up the game, like Lee.
The sign the ties have changed.
Oh, so I like okay. They looking like they score, and then Collins came back, and then he threw that. No, the tied up. He threw that pick six, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he came back in. So I don't know why Collins was out at first, and I don't know. Maybe I was telling you maybe they treating this like a preseason game, and they're getting the second string starter sometime. Because I seen some second people come in, and I didn't see them before. Campbell, what's his name? Campbell. Number 4.
Cooper.
Hang with Mr. Cooper.
Love that shit.
I didn't see him. Yeah, I didn't see him at all. So, but he came back in. Collins came back in through that pick six. The guy went to McDonald's, and it was like, oh. And then Collins didn't come back in. That was when they put Granberry back in. And speaking of Granberry and speaking of names, we got to get a name for us. Amani. I was thinking, what's the nickname? Hood.
Ain't that Mario?
Money. I think it's our money. I'm gonna make sure his mom. She'll tell me it's right. But hood.
We don't want to mess up.
In the hood, it's all good in the hood, or we go like.
I got some. I was gonna tell you before the show started, but in a few minutes, I got so it hit me early.
Yes, we always nicknames are great to have.
I ain't saying it's gonna be a nickname, but it's just something that
hit me. Our money exchange. That's a good one. Baldwin Messiah. We got Baldwin Messiah. We had Crawford. What was Crawford's nickname? Then we had one for Crawford when he was like the big guy. I forgot who it was. It was a good one. Up the street.
Yeah, I was like up the street. Ball. Them at the top. Them just.
Baldwin. I think we need to make some shirts. That got to be a shirt. The street was thinking, if somebody make a Baldwin McFall shirt, I'm telling you they will sell.
Nico, we got. Messing Nico up out there.
Yeah, I'm my best.
We ain't even asking for 10%, Nico.
I'm gonna ask him for real. So the game tied up, and then
I just thought of an idea. Anyway, I'll talk to you about that.
It's gonna be so we like this game is tied up now, and now Marsh got its momentum. They getting ready to score, and guess who made a big stop on the fourth down? He threw it to number 4, who was where's that Diego?
Yeah, Sandy. Where?
Hood made the big stop.
Where's Diego?
He made the big stop. And like I said, I like everything that Hood does on the field. His reaction after the play we made that hit. Oh yeah, the hit. You see the hit he hit on the tick off. He just lit the dude up.
They was talking. Hey,
I don't know. They always talk penalties and stuff. I wish you can just get on the field, turn them, and put your head. I like it. I'm all for it. So yeah, he made the big stop there. JT holds him, and then they're going in for the halftime, for overtime. And this is kind of be the craziest overtime I ever seen. Marshall scores. We like, it's over. JT scores, and then the 3. How do you stop a team 3 times in the 2-yard line? The first time, number 40, some people we saw on the floor and they had a view from it. Looked like he got in, kind of. We don't know, but they say he was short. I mean, this team held them 3. That's like impossible. Even like that's even Marshall. That's like even like Longview. That's still incredible for the defense to do 3 times. I don't care who you are. If that team, this JT is way head and shoulders above last year's team. Because last year's team probably would have gave up and said, it's over, we lost when that game got tired or something. But they ended up finally making the rollout pass, and Granberry throws it, and the game is over. And yeah, on to the lead, which should be a big rivalry game next week. And we know can't let them come back and beat them like in the overtime. Please don't go overtime, y'all. The kids, parents, listen to you. Do not let this game go overtime, so I can leave about 9:30. Just do it for me. But yeah.
Do it for the coach.
Yeah. We don't want this game to go overtime. We don't want this game. We don't want to go to no 12 o'clock. So, man, it was a crazy game. It reminded me of the Kilgore, John Tyler game in the cold. Went to like 4 overtimes. I was so ready to get from that game. My hands were freezing. And that was in the cold. This game was in the hot sun. It wasn't hot sun, but it was still. It was like, dang, it was so much suspense because you never knew. You like, damn, they made the stop. You would never believe they would stop 3 times in the end zone, 3 times on the 2-yard line.
If it went 4 or 5 overtime, we was like in Lufkin or something.
Yeah, Lufkin.
He still got to drive back to Tyler.
Oh, hell, I'm glad it wasn't damn.
It's just a no.
Wait, heck yes. Because they had to go all the way back to Marshall. Take that old I-20. I take 31. You know, I'm ready to go to Marshall. Quickest way. Go to 31. Go into Longview. Go on Marshall Street. Yeah. Into the city and keep going straight.
I take 271 to 80. But,
I go straight there. I don't have to get on I-20 at all. I just go straight there.
Exactly.
And it seemed quicker to me.
Exactly.
So, that's what's going on, man. CJ finna bring you on his his thoughts, and we got some more in a minute.
Whoa. Little O voice. Shout out to the Fat Rat with the Cheese, man. Little O. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite albums of all time is I don't know if I mentioned this before, but it is Lil O Greatest Hits. You can play it all the way through. So, but anyway, I wanted to bring up this note, and this didn't even hit me till about a day ago. I think this is a fun fact. Do y'all know what this year is since we done started out this season, 2023? This is the 50th anniversary of the 1973 championship team, John Tyler. Wow. And of course, who was on that team? The Tyler Rose himself, Earl Campbell. We still eat the hot links, don't we? Oh, yeah. We still eat the smoked sausage, don't we? So that's a pretty good deal right there. So the game. Okay, here's the deal right here, because I even kind of chuckled about this before we went on the air, and then I thought about this, of course, leading up to the game. Well, we didn't know that was going to happen, the referee falling, but we didn't know that was going to happen. But here's the deal. According to TexasFootball.com, Marshall had an 87.3 win probability on this football game. Now, I was thinking, is that because they're putting so much stock in the Marshall? Or is it because they question, well, we don't know what Tyler Hyde's going to do because they got a new coach. They're coming off a 2-8 season. We saw what Marshall did to him last year. So I was like, okay. It ain't like it made me nervous, and then I was just like, okay. And I thought about that as the game went on. Now, I'm not going to say I thought it was over after 14-0. And then, I believe what it was, because Marshall finally scored in the third quarter, so it was 14-0 at half. Yeah. I know they still had to play the game, right? Defense still had to show up, and I'm gonna give you a thought here in a minute, just because of what I seen last year. But I'm not trying to compare last year with this year, and it's gonna be a key thought in the next week's game against Tyler Legacy. I'm going to get into that in just a second. But back to the win probability. It also meant that Tyler High was a 19-point underdog. A 19-point underdog. So, and I wanna stress that for the people listening, and then, I had a couple people, I knew people would be like, dang, they had all that trouble with Marshall, so how are they going to, now this is not getting on nobody, because like I said, I got to see more. It's on the first game. I got to see more, right? So I told Rob, and I mentioned this on the first episode. I'll know more of these first two games. I said the first two games because I know them two teams like to run the ball, but you probably ain't gonna go against an elite Russian team until you play maybe when you get in the district, because Lancaster. Now I don't know if I guess they're gonna have the same offense. So, but I think of three teams really. When I think of run, I think of Lufkin, because you got that Notre Dame commit. We'll talk about him at another time. The young kid, and then you got Longview, and you know who they got, Taylor Tatum. Y'all saw him live Thursday night on on the broadcast. And then you got Forney, who can run the foot, who ran them back down I-20 last year. So we'll know more in district, but the beauty of that is you're supposed to get better as the season goes on, right? So, and I'm finna get in that. What did I see? This past Friday night? I see the defense doing this thing early. They setting the tone early. And I even had a friend that I saw him post that you can tell after the first drive that this is a different Tyler High team than last year. That's pretty true. But it's still early, though. It's still early, so you just don't know, right? So they were setting the tone early, even though we had to see how this thing was going to play out. But we knew on paper, we didn't expect Marshall. How can I put this? We didn't expect Marshall to do what they did last year in regards of hey, we know we got the better back. We know we got a stud in JD Davis in the backfield. So we just gonna feed him. He gonna do what he gonna do. He has graduated, right? So you really didn't. The thing about it is, you really didn't think they was gonna run the ball down Tyler High's throat, whatever. But because, especially when the tone was set early, because defense what happened. I see this past Friday night. I seen what I seen the week prior in the scrimmage. Even though people say it's just a scrimmage, I'm seeing a different team so far, and we hope to see this same team in the weeks following. We hope to see them take care of business this coming Friday night against Tyler Legacy. Rivalry game is bragging rights. We're going to hear noise from the Tyler Legacy side. They're going to talk noise all week. We know what happened last year. Kind of similar to this game Friday night against Marshall. Tyler High had the game in hand. They was up by 2 scores. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I know it only takes 1 or 2 plays. What plays were those? The pick 6, which tied the game, and then there was a fumble by Ashton Arriaga, 26. He looks promising too. I like how he runs the ball. That's another one we're gonna watch out for. So he fumbled the ball, and I think they was either in the red zone or they were near the red zone because it was in that 20-yard, 25-yard. You know, if I'm off, whatever. I knew they was driving, so that could have helped put the game away. So I knew that fumble. I was like, damn, that one right there is gonna come back and get you. And I kept telling, I was telling a couple of people they should have, because people was asking me, 1 or 2 people was asking me about the game, and I was like, yeah, Tyler High should have ended in regulation. I'm not just saying that. I'm just saying that momentum shouldn't have shifted. And see. That's similar to what happened since we got Tyler Legacy next. That's what happened last year. You went to 4, you let them go 4 overtimes, and then you end up losing the game. It's kind of ironic. Y'all lost that game by 2 points, and you won that game Friday night by 2. Kind of ironic. So maybe that's setting the tone for next week. Maybe they'll handle their business in regulation against Tyler Legacy. So, but I'm liking where this team can go. I see the offense. Offense was pretty consistent in regards of because when I'm seeing them moving the ball, I'm thinking about last year in the fact that they can move the ball. They got playmakers, but like I said on the first episode, when you mix inconsistent offensive play in the second half, mixed with you can't stop the run. That's how you get beat by Marshall. That's how you get beat by Tyler Legacy. And these offenses they're not knocking your socks off. What happened in this past Friday's game? 1 or 2 plays, 1 or 2 pass play here and there. Get a short field. You pound the ball a little bit. Because they're not really moving the ball up and down the field on you because... And I kept saying most of the game, nothing cheap, nothing deep. You know what I'm saying? You can jam this receiver number 10 because they're just going to run a comeback route with him. 3rd and 5, 37 first down because the corner ain't going to... The corner's not going to jam him, right? So I was looking for them plays, and I'm pretty sure Hood, on that 1 4th down play, he knew the ball. He was anticipating the ball coming on his side, but I think they ran 1 receiver, right? 1 receiver out. So it was basically a mano-a-mano play, and good to great players corner they make that play. He knocked the ball out, mano-a-mano. He embraced the challenge, and because I saw that body language. And speaking of Hood, you brought him up, of course. Man, as soon as you mentioned it, I just seen him flash. I just kept seeing him flash. And my thing, what I'm going to keep saying this year, this hit me before we even came on the air. Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? Shout out to the late, great, God rest his soul, DMX, man. I mean, I still remember when that song come out. my homeboy like a brother to me. He bought the album. He jammed. I think that song was the first track on the album. He kept jamming that song, jam it, repeat.
That's good.
Where the hood, he right here, you go see him. Number 12, you go see him. I hope he have a big impact this coming Friday night against Todd Legacy. Just, hey, this is your time. This is your legacy, man. You making it. And Rob done already mentioned the things you do. I just knew about the things on the field. So that we ain't encountered no player like this, man, doing and so, hey, I'm excited about it. You know, I'm excited about that quarterback play, man. We done had some good ones in the past, but
they didn't really throw it inside as much either.
That's what I mentioned during the game. They was picking on I think it's number 22 or whatever his name was. Yeah. So, and plus, you know, I knew Marshall. They saw how Tyler Howard was playing, where it wasn't really a safety on that side, so it was like, well, that's gonna be 1-on-1. So, but I think as the game got later, they was sneaking that safety over there. I saw a key play where they tried to throw it up the rail, and that safety got over there. So it was like a safety and the cornerback fighting to defend the ball against the receiver. So
Jeremiah Taylor's the guy.
Okay, Jeremiah Taylor. Okay, so they gonna find somebody to pick on, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like Tyler Legacy. Like I said. I know they're going to like to run the football. They don't knock your socks off. They're coming off a loss 31-7 against a formidable team, Lufkin. So defense got to set the tone. Offense, keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, you ain't got to rush nothing. Just like Granberry, he didn't turn the ball over. He was pretty sharp. You know what I'm saying? Because I was going to get into that too. But let me go back to early in the game. You brought up Jermichael Cooper. Of course, I was going to bring him up. He splashed early, no surprise to me, because all I had to do was see a little bit, just like Skip Bayless say. I just look for that person that just jumps off my TV screen in the preseason. Boom. Jermichael Cooper. He looks like he's going to be that next star. If he stays healthy, I love how he runs. He got vision. That's how he scored the touchdown. First touchdown of the game. I even said this. Now, some people gonna think this is some blasphemy. I just tell people Jermichael Cooper and Nicholas Collins. Now we gotta see where it goes from here, though, with Nicholas Collins, and because we see how Granberry played, man. It was just, and then they put Nicholas Collins back in the game, and ironically, he threw the pick six. It was a terrible play. He was just trying to get rid of the ball. He threw it. He basically hit the dude in the chest with the ball. But I was gonna say, what I seen from Nicholas Collins in the scrimmage and a little bit in this past Friday night's game is, man, they have the skill set and the talent. They can have a 1-2 punch just like they do down 64 East. I mean, hey, with Ricky Stewart and Brisbane or whatever, and I mean, you know what I'm saying? They got that running attack, but now you got Granberry looking how he. Hey, Rob brought up Trey Lance. I mean, hey, I know what the old saying is: if you got two quarterbacks, you got none. But I mean, if something happens with one, it ain't a bad deal. If you got the, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think you running two quarterbacks right now. They got Tatum at quarterback. They had Tatum at quarterback. Okay. The dude was so bad.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he threw the touchdown pass to Reese. I like on a halfback because he's such a threat running the football. Yeah, but I'm gonna pay attention to that as the season goes on too. I try to pay attention to other teams too.
Todd McFarlane quarterback.
Well, and I was thinking about that last night. Keep McFarlane outside. McFarlane made some key plays. That key 4-down play. He snatched that ball like he was 6'3", 6'4". Okay.
Yeah.
Now you see why we gonna see more why he had all these teams wanting him, right?
Yeah.
And so he had so many choices. We saw that, but I was gonna get on Granberry. They put him in. He looked sharp. I like some of the reads he did. Rob mentioned the beautiful throw he threw to Marquette Martin. Wide open.
Come on, DJ Polo.
Shout out DJ Polo, man. He caught that. Shout out to DJ Polo. He gonna turn it up at Sensation tonight. Every Friday and Saturday night, by the way.
Yeah.
Shout out to the whole Sensation crew. That was cool. That was cool right there. But anyway, back to Granberry, man. Here's some stats for you. He went 13 of 16 passing, 169 yards and a touchdown, and he didn't turn the football over. He didn't have no apple turnovers. He didn't have a sweet tooth because he watching his diet. Anyway, but it's cool to have a honey bun every now and then. But anyway, that's a different. That's a different story. That's a different story. So, you know what I'm saying? He looked sharp or whatever. But like I said, I saw some good reads, and I also thought during the third quarter, the little things turned to the bigger things, and that's what kept Marshall in the game, and it ended up winning. But Tyler High pulled it out. Also, let's just put it on record, which of course it don't take a rocket science to figure it out. Coach Woods got his win in his debut game. That's a great deal. So, I mean, hey, all in all, and like I'm sure he told him after the game, I'm pretty sure I wasn't in the locker room or nothing. I wasn't in no, I don't know if they had a meeting this weekend, whatever. But I'm pretty sure he told them they got a lot of stuff to clean up. You know what I'm saying? But hey, a win is a win. Now you really got to be focused because you're going to play your crosstown rival who's coming off a big loss. But if it's one game I know they're going to amp up for, it's this one against that team in blue. No matter how bad, how good they are, they going to amp up for it, and you're going to get one of the best efforts you're going to get from that team. And because I've seen this long enough, right? So, but what was I going to get to? Yeah. But the game, and another thing, overtime. Man, it was a crazy overtime.
Overtime rules be changed. It still made it quick, I guess. It's just I never seen 2-3 things get stopped.
Yeah.
3 times on the.
Because people are still gonna be confused by that. They gonna still be confused how they. He's like, I know about the NFL rules. I know about the college football rules and all that.
Like NFL, and you get a chance to go all the way downfield, and a chance to get a chance to go all the way down. If you get a field goal, you get a chance to do it. If you don't, you lose. Man,
it's just crazy, man. I ain't gotta get to the whatever y'all gotta do as long as ain't no tie. I spoke on that last night to Rob about the tie.
We ties when I was in band, when I was playing for school. I remember my team's tied a few times, like 3 or 4 times.
See, that's crazy, and is that in one season?
In one season, we
oh my God, heck! Like, think about it. Think about that like that's like in football. It's just not fair. The record's not. I even say that if my team, oh yeah, we made the playoff, we got but it's wins and losses. Taking wins out of losses. Got to keep Meek milling. Young and May. But see, here's the deal. And then the one play, man, the key play in overtime for Marshall, we know when he hit that pass, he hit it right on, man, he dropped it in the bucket and it went. I thought he threw it too far. He dropped it right in the bucket to the guy in the back of the end zone. Beautiful throw. You couldn't have threw it no better than that. And I just put my hands on my head like, damn.
I guess that could have been the game. Okay.
That could have been the game. I'm like, oh my God. But I'm like, something told me, I was like, man, I might pull this out. But you got to stop number 40 from the 3-yard line. So they stopped him like 3 times in a row. And then Tyler High scored the touchdown. That was all she said. That was it. So you use that momentum. You clean some stuff up. You don't, because this game, of course, I'm gonna be thinking all week. Are they gonna do the 1 or 2 costly turnovers? That's gonna give Legacy that momentum to take over the game. We gotta see. We don't know. I gotta see how the game play out. I can't wait. My anxiety is very high for this game because this is another get back. This is anytime one of these teams win, it's gonna be get back for the other team because this is mostly you hear two words when this game comes up: bragging rights. It's brag. I mean, hey, we from Tyler, Texas. We know how big this game is for the community. So, and I'm just being modest when I say that. So, with Legacy, they got the new coach. So, we gonna see how this goes. Two new coaches. I think it's gonna be that coach's first real. They gonna really see what this Tyler High and Tyler Legacy atmosphere is like. JT Lee, you gonna see some tailgating. Oh, by the way, I believe my cousin's gonna be out there barbecuing doing it. Country Boys Barbecue gonna be out there, man. I seen the thing, Country Boys Barbecue. So on the home side, y'all go get some barbecue. I'm just saying. Shout out to Craig Wyman, for real, for real. Shout out to the Wyman family. Shout out to all of them. So I'm gonna get me some, and I might even go live. We'll probably go live during the game. We might do a little on-site interview. You never know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna always be working and doing what we do. And Labor Day weekend, it's gonna be very busy. And y'all, I think y'all got a glimpse, but I'm just gonna tell you why it's gonna be busy, because you got the Tyler High Tyler Legacy game, and then you got the Virgo Bash. Shout out to the Virgos that's pulling up from Lufkin, Dallas, Palestine, Stonemoville. I don't know where they come from. Everywhere. They come from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miss Bianca Gonzalez. For real, for real. Bad cancer. I'm just saying. But anyway, but the Virgo Bash, man, is gonna be something. It's gonna be some special guests. Mr. Long As You Know Me. Yeah, I had him. Look, long as you know me, you gonna know Mr. Hood too. Like I said, shout out to DJ K. Shout out to Fast ENT, Mama Scott, all of them. The camp. Shout out to Desmond Dixon, AM Squeeze. I'm giving random shout outs as it come to me. Desmond Dixon, man, he's not scared to give his opinion on sports. He gonna throw some crazy takes out there, but he gonna. I can see me and him talking on some sports for I don't know how long though. Shout out to Desmond Dixon, AIM man, Trey Dez. Hey, love him, man. Love the talent. Virgo Bash, man. Like I said, young Al performer. Shout out to Alto, Lufkin area, all that, man. Because we talking about football, they got some great football down there. So shout out to, man, there's some people. If y'all ain't in the building at Empire September 2nd, Virgo Bash, man, it's gonna be, you gotta get your network on. For real. So gotta get your network on. Hey, Rob is DJing, he gonna make the jam, y'all gotta come out. Yeah, y'all wanna meet him in person, y'all come out.
Yeah, if y'all don't play, come out. I'm playing Yellow Wolf and Jason Aldean all night.
And she got
Dax.
Got what I got. Oh man, if y'all going through some things, Dax, if y'all ain't Dear Alcohol and Depression, I done sent them songs to people and they be like, damn, that hits.
He's one of my favorite rappers now.
Yeah.
Besides Cream, I like his music now.
Yeah, Dax, man.
I put everybody on the Dax.
It'll probably be at 5 years. He gonna be made, like people gonna realize. I was like, man, we know about 5 years ago. It's like, but the talent is there. You listen to him. It's like you know grass is green. Yeah. It's just right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, speaking of Virgo, shout out to Michi. If y'all need a model, she also do hair. Michi, MECHE Brewster on Facebook. Look her up. Yeah, Michi. Been friends for a minute, man. She doing her thing. She celebrating a birthday. I got some Virgos to shout out the person, because they still ask me to this day. Oh, CJ, who did that shirt? Oh, this old thing. Oh, Lamisha did this shirt. Shout out to Lamisha. She making Houston, Texas even hotter than what it is right now. I believe she's celebrating her birthday. So shout out to her, man. I miss her making my gear and everything. Her last name is Jordan, and she's clutch as that other Jordan we know. I used to tell her every time you clutch, like you know what, you clutch, all right? And shout out to my brother I went and we pulled up on him last night. Shout out to Reggie Williams, man. I'm always thankful. He done showed me so much genuine love. Like, just, we ain't even ask for it. Just show your love, man. It's just some great people out there, man. So shout out. So his birthday party, that's one I always got to pull up to. If it's for a minute, an hour or two, however long, I got to pull up on it, wherever it is. So, and also, I got to shout out Gary Racing. I got to shout out the Empire Lounge crew who do their things. And there's another reason I should shout them out, because Brown Liquor Sundays at Empire. If you want to pull up for a grown vibe, just a real laid back vibe, come to Empire on Sundays. And guess what the nightcap is going to be Sunday night after the Boosie? Cha-ching! Brown Liquor Sunday at Empire. And somebody having a birthday party too. So y'all might be parking down at Yamato or Mikado's for this one. If y'all ain't there early on September the 3rd. Because you got the Ratchet Fest all day at Brookside Ranch. Hashtag Ratchet Fest. Real talk. Shout out to Greg Hudson. Shout out to the whole crew that's on that event, man. What time we gonna talk about that off air. Off air. So you better. Oh yeah, get your tickets. We got tickets. You can get them right now. You can get them tomorrow. Set up a meeting place. It don't matter. Get your tickets before they go up. They $25 right now. $25, so you can get them. They might go up Wednesday. You can get them tomorrow. You ain't gotta wait till the last minute, because everybody and their mama gonna be there, and that's where you want to be. So get your tickets to the Ratchet Fest, Bootsy, Baby, Beat King, the car show going down, performances going down. Ain't no telling who else gonna be there. So it's gonna be some autograph getting going on, and you could just make it one of the most lit one of the most lit weekends ever in your life in one town, Tyler, Texas. September 2nd, Virgo Bash, and you can follow up with the Ratchet Fest September 3rd, man. How you love that? I'm just saying. It's that simple. So that kicks off hashtag September to remember. Because in the following episodes, we're going to be speaking on what's coming at the end of September. Just make sure y'all get ready for September 29th and September 30th. And that's the bottom line.
It's going to be an instant.
Because it's a POH holiday. And you got the brunch on the 30th. Got to give them a suit. The brunch, shout out to Kendall for the brunch. It's going to be bosses in the building.
What kind of food they going to have?
Brunch.
They have some waffles.
Man, the menu is in the inbox, man. The menu, the information in the inbox. Yeah. It's in the inbox. But anyway, I don't know. This will be my first time going, so I'm excited about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a full day. Brunch, and then that night, the Libra Bash, a.k.a. the Angles Players Ball. Shout out to the Libras. And we got a surprise for you on September 29th. Part of the surprise is something I'm doing. September 29th. Some of y'all know the location, but I ain't gonna try to hide it. I'll tell y'all about it. Y'all can message me. I'll tell you. I'm gonna tell some of my friends leading up so they can get ready, because it ain't gonna be no excuses. It's not gonna be no excuses. September 29th. They gonna tear the roof off of it, but September 29th, September 30th. It's gonna be a whole weekend, just like this coming weekend. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think I shot everybody, the Virgos. Also, shout out to the birthday boy, Jerry Gardner, Mr. PTSO. He showcasing the Virgo Bash. Hey, he gonna be on the mic probably. He gonna be you ain't gonna miss him. He gonna be at the pull-ups September 2nd. All right. Shout out to 23rd Entertainment. It's a Justice League thing, all that. Shout out to Day Yetta, all of them, man. This is where you want to be. Put that thing on, ladies, fellas, step out. There's some people you're going to want to meet September 2nd, for real. So, I'm going to pass it back out to Rob. They won't outwork us. That's gonna be the hashtag because I don't feel like they are. We just keep working, and we here. They clubbing, we working. We be clubbing, hey. But we gonna go support somebody after we get off of this. So, but we know you know. But, yeah, and shout out to Lele. You know, if y'all need a model in the Shreveport area, get at Lele, okay? Lele Denise, I believe that's her last name. Well, it ain't Denise with the E on the. You know what I'm saying? You know, yeah, Scorpios stand up. I shout y'all out. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty cool with Scorpios too. Shout out to Kimberly Warren too, doing a thing in Hawaii, working.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for the love when nobody gave a damn. Thank you. For real. I'm signing off.
Oh, shout out to Kimberly too. I don't know. She told me one day that she lied to me. We was in the club. We was in the Empire one day, and I was like, "You got a boyfriend? Like he in here right now?" Well, she's just like, "She ain't got no boyfriend." But then I was like, maybe she was talking about. Oh no.
She might have thought you said bodyguard.
Yeah, I don't know. But shout out to Chopper Hill Wood. I forgot to put the mention that I wanted to say that I can't look at the stats, but they put 74 points on the Gilmore Buckeyes.
Was it 74?
71, yeah.
Well, 70 piece.
And they scored like 59.
Teriyaki sauce.
Yeah. Chopper Hill is on those birds of going undefeated this year, I think. I think they can do it. And if they go with state, we gotta go. We can go Chopper Hill, John Tyler's gonna
one
be.
game at a time.
It's gonna be a pretty good.
I'm trying to see. You know, I want to catch a Chapel Hill, and it's gonna be Chapel Hill at Palestine. It's gonna be Chapel Hill because I love the style. And
yeah, I like going to Palestine. Get that Chef's barbecue. Shout out to Chef's barbecue.
Chefs, we wish you'd be at the game. The one time I pulled up on, they are like, damn, they closed. I don't think I'm ever get some chips. Okay,
is it on Saturday? You go on a Saturday?
I think it was a Saturday because it's the only time.
Let's see, do the week.
I'm gonna have to have. Can somebody in Palestine just ship it? Like, I mean, we can work something out, okay?
Yeah, Chefs has got some good barbecue.
You know, what do I gotta do? We can meet you. We can
probably got to catch them in the
We can meet at Coffee City. Whatever, you know.
It's got some of the best hot links.
Sherelle, help me out, please.
Sherelle. Who's that? Oh, that's what's the name.
Help me out, Sherelle.
I don't think. A shout out to.
As long as you know.
Shout out to my people. I shouted out more last week. If y'all ever get on stream on Twitch, so we be having a crazy time, especially a Mar stream. Just go to It's Mar on Twitch. And if you become we got these song quests, I'll be in there requesting some of the wildest stuff just to get a laugh out of people. What did I request last? I requested JJ Fish song in there last week.
JJ Fish, that's hell of a name. Nah, I ain't ranking him.
And he was like, I thought you heard the beat. He heard the nigga start singing. He like, hell no, I want the man you from Summer Quest. Like, he skipped the hell out this. I was saying, shout out to everybody on YouTube and people that do what I do on YouTube, the Madden stuff. One thing I want to say. There's one thing. We got all the JT kids, all the stuff. I know they great at what they do. They play. There's one thing the John Tyler kid team cannot do. You know that? You think? What do you think? They can. The one thing they can't do.
Not really.
One thing they can't do, and I could just go for the parents too. They can't beat me in a game of Madden. No kid on that team.
It'll be interesting to see who's the best JT Madden player. Where you want to go last year, this year?
I guarantee you, the parents, the kids, all y'all listening, y'all would not be able to beat me in a game of Madden. This year, Madden, this new Madden is garbage. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's garbage.
What if Mr. Hood plays Madden? I ain't saying that. That's young, y'all.
They made defense really garbage, but I'm able to. I've only lost 3 games. I'm 16-3 right now, and it's crossplay, so everybody can play. PlayStation players can play. Xbox players now. PC players can play. So it ain't no excuse to say, "Oh, well, you're at the same system." Nope, now it's crossplay.
We can play on Dreamcast, whatever.
I used to want a Dreamcast.
I went and bought one for $50. You know they were.
You bought a Dreamcast?
I was like, imagine what play. You know when it's just.
That's what
cheap as
hell. They might be expensive now because they had the 2K game.
But see, they was going they was close to going extinct basically. So yeah. I bought for $50. It's $50.
That was the hell. I never had one. My mom wouldn't buy me one. But my cousin, they used to have all the systems. They had every system that came out. They had it from Nintendo, the first Nintendo, all the way up to
I'm getting word that
PlayStation.
Jamal said, "Let's run one."
Jamal, so you want to run a game? Oh, hey, I'm always ready to run. I'm on Madden all the time. I tell you, nobody can beat me. Who you?
Yeah, I probably gonna have a week JT at least.
What a yeah, man. We for the VI. Shout out to it's probably his mom. I think she didn't. She told me not. She didn't want to. She told me one thing. She's like, "You don't get in trouble." Said I say these people's name. You know when I saw this thing. I was like, "Nah, I'm the greatest out here." But I ain't gonna say her name. Maybe next week she want me to say it. But everybody who you know her know. So Mamari Hood's mom. Shout out to her. She gave me all the information. She got me some clips so I can start making some clips and stuff. Hey, for the video. So if you see someone on YouTube,
clip that.
Yeah, but if you see someone on YouTube on this video that I'm gonna upload, when it's uploaded, that means the footage I got was from her. So shout out to her for that. I got an idea. I got a song. Hopefully they don't get copyrighted. But this song, if y'all go on my Twitch, I shared it in the group. You hear that song that I shared, the song in my little clip? I can't play it now. I don't know if it's copyrighted, but I'll play it off air. But yeah, that's what it is, man. We out of here, and now we are going to Sensation or somewhere. The jungle. Oh, it's Jam and Jay's. Maybe stop by Jam and Jay's, get some food first. I don't know.
Somebody else gonna pay for the game.
Who paying for the game? I know her. What's she doing? Well, anyway, we out here rambling now. Yeah.